today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, this is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We are in a sweet spot as far as football weather is concerned today in Nashville. Just enough chill in the air for a sweatshirt, light breeze, fall in full swing at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And here comes Ben Roethlisberger out onto the field ready to lead the Steeler offense.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all of 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. There he goes right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 69 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
Not only did Ryan Tannehill resurrect his career in 2019, he may now serve as a blueprint for quarterbacks looking for a second opportunity. He moved from Miami to Tennessee, took over the starting job from Marcus Mariota in Week 7 last year, and wound up leading the NFL in quarterback rating. And the Titans went 8-3 in his 11 starts, snuck into the playoffs, and went to the AFC Championship game. His future is bright in Nashville, and he expects to be the starter there for many years to come.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Complete. It's Henry. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Tannehill throwing complete there to Humphries. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Henry again, the ball carrier. Vince Williams on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's caught. Humphries. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Devin Bush with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Ray McLeod on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers, Charles, 3-0 and looking good. The first time they've been 3-0 since 2010, their last Super Bowl appearance. And they had wins over the Giants and Broncos to start the year, followed by the game that you called in Week 3, 28-21, their victory over Houston. And Ben Roethlisberger playing in game number 221 in a Steeler uniform, passing Mike Webster for the most in team history. And as you saw, he threw 2 touchdown passes to lead the way.
And the whole air and atmosphere around this Steelers team with the return of Ben Roethlisberger as their quarterback, it's like night and day from last year, partner. I mean, everyone's happy. Wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster had a monster year in 2018 with Big Ben. Maybe the happiest person in the league now that he's got his quarterback back. And Ben, he's still knocking off some rust, missed some throws in this game, but still made some big ones as well. And on defense, Blitzburg is truly back. They get after you on defense. Run game, pass game, you name it. They've got all-stars at every level on that defense. Now they go on the road to take on Tennessee. A great matchup of 3-0 teams. And it's worth noting, the Steelers have never opened 4-0 under Mike Tomlin, their head coach. So here's a chance for them to make a little extra history.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And there's a catch by Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's hoping there's plenty more of that coming. 2019, not the year he expected. Lost his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, early, dealt with a knee injury and missed 4 games, and his stats really fell. Just 552 yards through the air. But in 2018, what a big year he had then with Big Ben. 1,426 yards. He's hoping that the return of form of Roethlisberger.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson on the other end of the throw from Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point now by Boswell. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Khalif Raymond now. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Tennessee Titans, as they come back out here offensively, they are 3-0 on the young season, largely thanks to kicker Stephen Gostkowski, who, as you might remember, got off to a very rough start this year, but he has virtually won them all 3 games, hit 6 field goals in Minnesota, and also, oh yeah, they have a guy named Derrick Henry, Charles, who leads the league in rushing yards at the end of 3 weeks. So Tennessee right now, things are looking pretty good.
And they certainly don't seem to worry about the number of carries Derrick Henry's getting, do they? You know, a lot of teams say, hey, we got to back that down a little. Derrick Henry's like, just hand me the football. I'll create some holes and some space, and we'll gain some yardage. The defense, on the other hand, though, they've been a little inconsistent. Huge gains in both running and passing have been given up, but they have managed a couple of late stops in games to help seal wins and give Gostkowski a chance to kick the winning field goals. So the next couple of weeks, they'll really get tested now. They host 2 3-0 teams. Pittsburgh comes to town, and then here come the Buffalo Bills.
And you mentioned Gostkowski with those 3 game-winning field goals. They've won their first 3 games by a total of only 6 points, so we'll see how they do against, as you said, the Steelers and then Buffalo. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, Tannehill. Being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Made us first. This now from 46 yards away. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a very good first half out of the veteran QB, Ben Roethlisberger. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Raymond now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice play on the ball by A.J. Brown, and he comes up with the reception. He had a terrific 2019 as a rookie. The first one since 1970 to go over 1,000 yards receiving and average over 20 yards per catch.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7 yards.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, it's Henry, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
On the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
17-yard line.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. A give to Henry. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
The tackle made by Mike Hilton. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Shut him down. Let's do this.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First carry for James Conner. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Conner. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Conner. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
A good carry and a first down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018 he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
The keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.